My name is Amberley Middleton, and the program that I studied was International Migration and Public Policy. Prior to coming to the LSE, I had been working in the field of refugee resettlement and refugee assistance for a refugee assistance NGO for about 8 years. So I knew that I wanted to do something around migration. I was very excited about this program. And I was really excited to come to London and the LSE because it's quite the hub of migration studies, academic-wise, policy-wise, and it's just such a vibrant city. I knew that I wanted to do research on refugee youth, most likely refugee youth who are resettled in the US, around the area of educational attainment because that was my professional background. And one of the reasons that I came back to do a master's was to move from the direct service that I was doing to look at the larger picture and what are the factors that help refugee youth succeed and what are their challenges. And I had that professional knowledge, but I didn't have the big picture academic knowledge. My title was the Secondary Educational Attainment of Resettled Refugee Youth, the case of the Somali Bantu and Karen in San Diego. Migration as a field, as an interdisciplinary field of study is kind of newer. So a lot of the resources are recent journal articles. So the electronic resources that are available in the LSE library were extremely helpful. It was nice to be able to access those from home and from the student hall when I needed to. The other tool that I used that I was quite happy with was the Qualtrics, which is an online survey tool. So you can create the survey, you can distribute it, and it helps you process the results and analyze the data in various ways. And I was quite pleasantly surprised it was free to LSE students and academics, and it was really, really helpful since my research was survey-based. Both my academic professor, or my academic supervisor, Aiko, as well as the other professor that runs our program, Pat, in the sociology department, were both very helpful. I went to their office hours regularly. I found that the core courses for my program, International Migration and Public Policy, absolutely helped to give me the theoretical grounding as well as some, empirical evidence for my research topic, particularly for me, since I was interested in issues around refugee resettlement and integration. We had a course on international migration and immigrant integration. So that course was particularly helpful. I believe completing my MSc will greatly help me to move forward in my career. Previously, I had been working as a program coordinator, so working directly with refugee youth, which I quite enjoyed. But after doing that for a while, like I said, I became interested in the larger issues. And I think as you mature in your job and in life, you see that larger policy issues do matter and they can have quite an impact, whether it's in all sorts of fields. For me, it was particularly the confluence of education and refugee resettlement. So I think that this degree has helped me to move back from a direct service focus to a broader policy focus. I'm in the process of applying for jobs, and my future career goals would be to address issues of refugee resettlement, particularly in the US, how refugees are integrated in public schools, the resources that are available for them, what works, what doesn't, using an evidence base, and ideally I'd like to do that at some sort of policy level. So I don't think that would have been possible without a master's degree, especially from an institution like the LSE.